Yeah, yeah. Make sure you hit that like button when you come through here now. Come on now. Don't do that to your boy. Hey, don't do that to your boy. Hey, don't do that to your boy. Hey, switch where you at, man. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Ah, look at that. Ah. Make sure you hit that like when y'all come through here now. There you go. There you go. First of all, cut on now. Hey, make sure you hit that like when you come through here. You see what it is, baby. You see what it is, baby. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, they did it. Oh man. Oh. Oh man. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Big play Nico. Yes, go. Let's go. What? 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 We going to the playoffs? The playoffs? Oh man. What? First year head coach, first year quarterback. What? And we in the playoffs? We in the playoffs? What? Man, hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Come on, man. We in the playoffs, bro. We in the playoffs, man. What? Oh man, we in the what? What? No. What? 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 Oh man. Oh bro. Man. And y'all ain't want to put this kid on prime time? Y'all waited all year. Y'all waited 18 weeks. Y'all waited 18 weeks to put this kid on prime time. And he showed you what he was going to do. What? He showed you what he was going to do. He showed you what he was going to do. Y'all waited 18 weeks to put this kid on prime time. The Texans, we don't know. They the only team in the AFC I think can't even make the playoffs. There's no way for them to make the playoffs. What? Can't no way for them to make the playoffs? Ain't no way for them to make the playoffs? You see what that boy just did? And he missed 2 games. And he missed 2 games. Imagine if you would play them games if you would never got a concussion. What the team record was going to be. Come on, man. It wouldn't take to the last week of the season. It wouldn't take to the last week of the season. And y'all tried to throw dirt on that boy name. Y'all tried to throw dirt on that boy name. Oh, S2 scores and all that other bull. What? Y'all want to put a little bit of Bryce Young? I don't see. There's no way for this kid to be better than Bryce Young. Bryce Young is he is a can't miss prospect. It's him and Caleb Williams. I'll put Caleb Williams above him. If Caleb Williams was in this draft, I'll take Caleb Williams. But then it's Bryce Young right there. It's Bryce a bust. Bryce a bust. Bryce a bust, right? Y'all got egg on all y'all face. Bryce a bust, right? Bryce a bust, right? I told y'all way before the drive what was up. I told y'all what we was gonna do. I said that C.J. Stroud was a football junkie. Nick Casario and D'Amico Ryans would take C.J. Stroud because they are football junkies and they see this kid and see what this kid can do. And they gonna put this kid in the team and we gonna see what's up. I tried to tell y'all. Ben told y'all. Ben tried to tell y'all. What? What? Come on, man. What? And then y'all, Peter King, this game right here, I just was going to make him be rookie year to me because to me, it's Puka the Coolest award to lose. And what we see, the very first play of the game, the very first play of the scrimmage from the offensive side from Texas, 75-yard dart. And he got hit. Took a hit right to the ribs. A hit right to the ribs. Took a hit right to the ribs. Boom, dart, touchdown. Boom, dart, touchdown. Boom, dart, touchdown. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, dog. I tried to tell y'all boys, man. Tried to tell y'all what was going on, man. Tried to tell you. Trying to tell you. Tried to tell y'all, bro. Man, tried to tell y'all boys what was up. Tried to tell y'all about this kid, man. Tried to tell y'all about this kid, bro. That's him. He is him. He is him. That last drive was masterful. Beautiful. Beautiful. A masterpiece. A masterpiece of a drive. 7 for 7. No incompletions. Boom, touchdown. Second and 20. First and 20. It didn't matter. Getting sacked. It didn't matter. He led the team down there exactly what they need to do. Exactly what they need to do. He's a franchise quarterback. There ain't nothing else needs to be said. Nothing else needs to be said. He's a franchise quarterback. And don't y'all ever forget it. Don't y'all ever forget that, man. Square business. Square business. Well, I seen a whole bunch of different colors pop up now. Hold on, wait a minute now. I ain't seen all type of colors. So let me backtrack. I ain't seen a whole bunch of colors now. I seen a whole bunch of different colors lighting up, man. Shout out to HT Jason, man, for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that super chat love and sticker. What's the effing deal? I'm talking about it. Hey, let's go, man. Let's go. Appreciate you for the super chat love, man. Definitely appreciate that. Hey, shout out to my boy Jeff Huff for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. What's up, A-Town? Whoa. What's up, whoa? What's up, whoa? What's up with it? What's good with it? What's good with it? What's good with it? What's good with it, man? Hey, I see what it is. Hey, the name restricted. I don't know who it is, but appreciate the super chat love, whoever it was. Appreciate that though. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate it, man. Hey, it's that time, bro. It's absolutely that time. It's definitely that time, bro. Like I said, shout out to HT Jason and Jeffrey Huff, man. Shout out to both of y'all, man, for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate it. For real. Square business. Hey, man. Hey. Shout out, what's up, Wink? Hey, Wink, hey, we both said it. You know, Wink, I ain't gonna let y'all know, like, Wink be saying, like, Wink had us, like, 13-3. Like, I'm surprised Wink ain't have us undefeated. Like, Wink be going overboard. Like that 16-0 that Honcho said a couple years ago, that's what Wink definitely be doing. That's what Wink definitely be doing, man. That's what Wink is on there. But, hey, but Wink did say it. Wink said we're going to the playoffs. Hey, shout out to that boy, Willie Boy. It's Willie Boy. I'm about to say Willie B. Shout out to that boy, Willie Boy, for the super chat love, man. Shout out to that boy, Willie Boy, for the super chat love.
He's a nice boy. He's a nice
What has CJ? What has CJ done? Man, hey, this right here. This right here is great, man. Like this right here is great. This is I'm really at a loss for words because I was extremely nervous about what was going on, bro. I was extremely nervous about what was going on, especially after Kyrie missed that extra point. The run defense in the first half was tripping. I mean, we let Jonathan Taylor go out there and just rush for a whole bunch of yards. Like we let Jonathan Taylor do a whole bunch of stuff, man. We let Jonathan Taylor do a whole bunch of stuff. And like I said, more people jumped. I see people jumping in. Left and right comments is going left and right. Comment down. I'm going to read them. I'm going to read them. Comments are going left and right. Hey, but hey, more people done jumped in here. Make sure you hit that like button. Like, make sure you hit that like button, man. Hey, make sure you hit that like button now. Like, make sure, everybody, make sure you hit that like button. I see more people done jumping here, but the likes ain't going up. Hey, make sure you hit that like button. What has CJ done has never been before. What CJ's done has never been done. What CJ's done was never been done before. It's just the beginning. God, this feels great, H-Town. As I said, shout out to boy Willie Boy for the super chat love. But you're right. Hey, you're right. This definitely this is crazy. I mean, we've seen rookie QBs get to the playoffs. We've seen rookie QBs get to the playoffs. We seen rookie QBs have beautiful seasons and magical seasons. But this kid right here, I don't know what it is, bro. This right here feels different. This right here feels absolute different. Wink, I know you had a 12-5. That's why I said I'm surprised. I'm surprised you ain't have us at undefeated or only having 2 losses. That's all I'm saying. I'm just surprised you ain't have us at I'm just surprised that you ain't have us at undefeated. That's all I'm saying. I know you had us at 12 wins. We pulled out the paper in the Discord the other day about everybody win totals. I think my win total today, I think I had with 10 wins. My season prediction video before I had the 11. It's all good. It's all good. But we just surprised that you ain't have us completely undefeated. We just surprised that you ain't have us completely undefeated. But you're right. This was no fluke. That right there was a game. And I'm glad he did it on the national stage, especially you got clowns like Mike Florio and Peter King and all the other people who want to vote and say that we don't know if C.J. Stroud is Rookie of the Year, that Puka Nacua needs to be Rookie of the Year. It's absolute, completely nonsense. You see what this kid did? Like I said, and the thing is, that last drive, and Troy Aikman said it himself, and I said it before Troy Aikman said it, I said, bro, this drive right here is big boy status. This is MVP moments. This is the Heisman Trophy moments, even though I felt like he already had one against Tampa Bay. But this is that Heisman Trophy moment that we talk about in college football. That drive right there, bro, all the adversity that happened on that drive. You get sacked, 20 yards, second and 20. Boom, you still convert the first down. All right, cool. Then your offensive line commits a hold. Boom, now it's second and 20. I mean, now it's first and 20. I mean, first and 20. Still was able to convert. And then that play that he threw, those two plays he threw to Nico. The one where he was trying to get rid of it. He was trying to get rid of it. And Nico came. I think that was on third down. And Nico converted the first down and got it. Great play. And then the second one, the one going right into the end zone. That was the one that when Nico got a horse collar. Because again, if they had to do that horse collar, because if they didn't horse collar Nico was walking in for a touchdown. That was CJ's best throw of the night. Right there. That was CJ Stroud's best throw of the night. That second one to Nico in the red zone when he got horse collar on. That was CJ's best. He threw it on the rope. He threw a dime. It was right there, right where it's supposed to be. And to be honest, all of his passes, man, I didn't even get to the stage. CJ was 20 of 26, only 6 incompletions. 20 of 26. Had a completion percentage of 76.1, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and had a quarterback rating of 134.1. And I gotta have a game going into the playoffs, the last game of the season, the only time he's in a primetime game, a game that you had to win and you are in. Win and you are in type of situation. Win and you are in type of situation. Win and you are in type of situation. And he came out there and played like that. Nico. Big play Nico. 9 targets. 9 catches. 195 yards, a career high in the touchdown. And a gotta have it moment. And a gotta have it game. And he came up every single time, bruh. He came up every single time. Bro, he came up every single time. Every time we needed to play for Nico, it came up. That 34-yard on the screen, the 75-yard for a touchdown. The thing is, bro had a 75-yard touchdown, and that might be his 3rd or 4th best play of the night. Think about this: the boy had a 75-yard touchdown, and it's probably his 3rd or 4th biggest play of the night. It is. To me, I think the biggest play was his last reception in the red zone. He got horse collar on. I think that's his best play of the night. That was a tough catch. And then the second one to me, the second one is the one when CJ was throwing the football away and he came in and hustled across the field and dove and got it. Those were his 2 best catches. Both of them happened on the last drive of the game, the last legitimate offensive drive, the last scoring drive, by the way, right there. Those are his 2 best plays by far, and I don't care what anybody else says. I might, you could put that 34-yard, that 34-yard screen. You could probably put that one. Like I said, you could decide between that one and the other was a 75-yard touchdown. I get it, I understand. But those other 2 I just named, I feel like those are way more better and way more. I ain't gonna say impactful because one was a touchdown, but those plays right there, when Keisha was in crucial key moments of a game where you had to have it. You had to have it because the second half, the offense wasn't moving the way it was moving in the first half. And again, we couldn't stop Jonathan Taylor all game. Jonathan Taylor, I forgot what the final stats was. I know he had like 65 yards in the first half. I think he ended up with $188, $188, somewhere in that frame of how much yards he had in the game. So he had a monster game, and we need to fix that, especially when we have the 5th best rush defense in the league, and we're 2nd in the NFL in yards per carry, but we allow Jonathan Taylor to go out there and have a monster game. Again, from a run defense standpoint, the Colts in week 2 was our worst run defense game. It was. Now, I think a lot of that got to do with AR. And again, we got to fix this going forward because next year AR coming. And AR and Jonathan Taylor, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem in the future. AR and Jonathan Taylor in the near future, that's going to be a problem. So we got to find a way to keep that at bay. And we got to find a way to keep that from going the way it's going. So we got to find a way to keep that at bay and find a way to keep that from going. But the way that they handle adversity, boy, I tell you, man, dog, like that again, like the NFL, y'all picked a good one. Yeah, the NFL, whoever wrote the script, y'all wrote, y'all wrote the script. I'm glad the writers went on strike. I'm glad the writers ended their strike because whoever wrote the script, y'all wrote the script. I gotta give y'all a hand clap. Whoever wrote the script, y'all wrote the script. Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Like I was on the flow. Man, especially after Kyrie missed the extra point. I'm like, oh man, bro. Oh man, Kyrie missed the extra point. Kyrie, man, what is you doing, bro? Because now that put the ball in the Colts point because the Colts were driving. And we had showed up to that point that we wasn't able to stop the run. We showed that we wasn't able to stop the run. I see what people say, Titans up. Hey, tomorrow we all Titans fans. I know Honcho always say forget them Titans. Nah, Honcho. Nah, bro. Nah. Hey. We watching the Titans tomorrow against them old Jags. We watching the Titans tomorrow against them Lags because if them boys beat them Lags, if them Titans beat them Lags, we gonna be at NRG against Cleveland's. I want Cleveland's. Because really, to be honest, I know people talk about the Kansas City Chiefs and getting their revenge. Kansas City Chiefs getting their revenge. I don't care about the Kansas City Chiefs. We can get their revenge later. We can meet them in this. We'll meet Kansas City in the second round, more likely, because especially if the Dolphins beat the Bills. If the Dolphins beat the Bills, if the Dolphins beat the Bills, the Dolphins be the 7th seed. And more likely the Dolphins, the Bills will be the 7th seed. More likely the Bills will beat the Dolphins in the playoffs, and they will be the 7th seed, and they'll go to Baltimore. Nah, bro, Wink, nah, bro. I see you. Nah, don't do that. Cause didn't I tell you before the season that the Chiefs were gonna lose their first playoff game? Wink. Answer the question. I'm talking to Wink right now. Answer the question. Yes or no? Like Shannon say, a yes or a no will suffice. Did I tell you before the season that the Chiefs was going to lose their first playoff game in the wild card round? Didn't I say it? I know they got to lose it, but didn't I say it though? Didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? Okay, that's all I need. I just need the confirmation, bro. I just need you to confirm. That's all I need to say. And I say all that to say, I don't give a damn about beating the Chiefs in the first round. I want the home playoff game. Give me the home playoff game. I want, and forget there's leads, no doubt. You don't get no extra trophy for taking the hardest. You don't get no extra trophy. Oh, you beat the Chiefs in the first round, who are struggling, by the way, even though they're the former champions. They don't look like the former champions none this season. You don't get an extra trophy for that. I mean, again, and you can beat them in the second round. I want a game at home. The reason why is because the reason why I want a game at home is for multiple reasons. And part of it is what you just seen tonight. Outside Nico Collins, when Tank Dell's not there, outside Nico Collins, you can't do anything from a passing game. CJ was 20 of 26, and for the majority of the game, he had no completions to a receiver other than Nico Collins. I don't want to take that into Buffalo. I don't want to take that into to Baltimore when I don't have to. Like what? And now if we facing Baltimore in the AFC Championship game, cool. I ain't tripping about that because at the end of the day, it is what it is. But if the Texans, I will say if the Jags win tomorrow, the Texans can either be at Kansas City or they could be at Buffalo, because if Buffalo beats the Dolphins, it ain't going to be at Kansas City. You're going to be playing in Buffalo. And I think actually that's probably the worst matchup for the Texans. Not to mention, everybody up here talking about this damn 24-0 revenge. I don't care nothing about that. That was Bill O'Brien and Deshaun Watson. Ain't neither one of them here. Cleveland Browns just 2 weeks ago walked inside NRG Stadium and beat you because you didn't have your quarterback. That's what I want. If we want to talk about the most accurate revenge. The most accurate revenge. The most accurate revenge ain't going up against Kansas City because they beat you 24. They came back on you 24-0. 4 years ago? That was in 2019. 4 years ago. I don't care about that. I don't care about what they did 4 years ago. They can miss me with that. And again, we can get our revenge on that. Or we can get our revenge on that a week or two later. I'm not tripping with that. Give me Cleveland, who just walked in here 2 weeks ago. Like, they just walked in here on Christmas Eve and made everybody have a sad Christmas morning. They just walked in here Christmas Eve inside your stadium and gave you a whooping. They gave you a whooping just 2 weeks ago. I want that get back. We just gotta get back from week 2 against the Colts. We just got a week back. We just got a week back. Week 2 against the Colts. I want my get back against Cleveland. Then we gotta get back against Kansas City the following week. We gotta get back against Kansas City the following week, and then we gotta get back against the Ravens because the Ravens has beat us our very first time in the playoffs back in 2019. I mean, not 2019. I mean 2011. They beat us our first time with TJ Yates, and also they beat us week 1. There's also DeMeco Ryans' last game as a Houston Texan was the 2011 playoff game at Baltimore. That was the last time he played as a Houston Texan. And his first time coaching against Houston Texans at Baltimore. So we can get back in the AFC Championship game. I ain't tripping about that. And we can get the Kansas City one in the divisional round. Because again, that would actually make more sense anyway, because when we gave up the 24-0 lead, it was in the divisional round. So I'd rather get my get back in the divisional round when we lost to them last time. So let's get back. Remember, this is a franchise that has never been past the divisional round. And the thing is, we are doing this with a rookie quarterback. And it's not like when Mac Jones had made the playoffs as a rookie. Mac Jones made the playoffs as a rookie. But I guess that season he looked like he was the best rookie quarterback, but it wasn't really like he was balling. Who else has done things? We see Mar Sanchez make it to an AFC Championship game as a rookie, but we all seen what type of defense he was having. Same thing with Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger was carried by the team around him when he made the playoffs. Dak did win the Rookie of the Year when he went to the playoffs, but he also had the running game and stuff like that. Remember, Zeke led the league in rushing and things like that. This right here is all on 7. This right here is all on 7. This is all on 7. Oh, Brock Purdy. Oh, yeah, you're right about Brock Purdy. But Brock Purdy also came in halfway through the season. Like, Brock Purdy didn't start the season off. And once again, Brock Purdy got all the sugar around him. Like they spilled the sugar over there. Like he got 2 receivers, got running backs, got tight ends. He got all type of stuff like that. And give you Brock Purdy in the Super Bowl. I don't think the 49ers gonna make the Super Bowl, honestly. But that's a conversation for a whole nother day. That's a whole conversation for a whole nother day. But about time, man. Hey, I remember that once, like 2020, when we had the season that we had, and then it came out that Foe won it out. And I remember watching the game because like the Bills had won the playoff game, and then Cleveland had won the playoff game. And I said it was the first time the Browns had won a playoff game since I think like '95. And it was the Browns had won their first playoff game since '95. And it was who else? What was their name? The Bills. The Bills, their first time won the playoff game since '97. I said, bro, that's gonna be the Texans. Because of what happened with Deshaun Watson and all the debacleness that was going on with Jack Easterby and all those other things. Like, hey, that might fool around and be the Houston Texans. That right there might fool around be the Houston Texans. You know, a team, we're going to be like 10, 20 years from now, but it's the first time they've won a playoff game since 2019. Don't feel that way now. Don't feel that way now because we got 7. And like once we drafted 7, I didn't have that feeling in the moment, man, bro. Whatever it is, we gonna get us a dub. We gonna get us a dub in the playoffs. And bro, I feel like we can do it this year. I like the Texans' chances in the playoffs this year. I like the Texans' chance to play this year. Hey, and shout out to Sarah for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Hey, Spitz, did you guys find Triller? Yeah. Yeah. We found the professor. He already know that on we're not referring to him, and to prove otherwise, we gotta find out if he really from Port Arthur. If we gonna call him Trill or not. So right now he's just a professor. I ain't gonna put his real name out here like that. We ain't gonna call him by his real name. But we can't call him Tree. We gotta call him the professor. I ain't gonna put his real name out there like that. But until we gotta do an investigation to find out if he really from PA. We gotta do a real investigation to see if to find out if the boy really from PA. But all jokes aside, man, bro, like that game was everything you wanted, especially for primetime game. And again, that's what the NFL. I'm pretty sure what the NFL wanted when you talk about primetime performances and primetime games. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what the NFL wanted. That's what the NFL has been thirsting for and been asking for and been wanting and needing and things like that. That's what the NFL wanted. That's exactly what the NFL wanted, was that type of performance right there. That right there is what type of performance they wanted. That right there. A game that was back and forth, that was close throughout the whole game. I picked, when we was in Discord, so I shout out to everybody in Discord. When I was in Discord, I told them earlier today that I felt like it was going to be 27-17. I felt like it was going to be a close game in the fourth quarter. The Texans were going to pull away. And it almost came to that. But they were able to, I wasn't expecting them able to run out the clock the way they was able to run out the clock. And they actually kind of did that to their own detriment. Honestly, they milked the clock enough that when they didn't get the ball back, that it didn't leave any time left on the clock. Now again, you can't ignore in victory that you win in defeat. Like their run defense was bad. That was really bad. Their run defense was really bad for the most part. They had some good stops, especially at the end, but in crucial moments, outside their last drive, in crucial moments, the run defense was bad, and they got to fix that. So we got another week. Hopefully, Gennard will be ready next week. But and to be honest, in the AFC, this really outside of the Ravens, there's really not a real running team like that. I guess you could possibly say the Dolphins, but like the Chiefs, I know the Chiefs' run offense is not going to be that crazy. Neither is the Pittsburgh. Neither is Cleveland. Like so, I feel like the run defense should be able to get fixed. And like I said, same thing with offense because. Mention Hudson. I mean, even though Hudson is a couple times like he couldn't really get Hutchinson. Oh yeah, Buffalo. You're right. But Buffalo will cook definitely do have a solid run game. Plus they also got Josh Allen as well. But when you talk about the receiving, like I know there's one play with Hutchinson, the drop that Hutchinson had. I know some people were talking about that. That CJ put the ball where it was supposed to go. Like when he threw in the triple coverage, like CJ put the ball where it was supposed to go. Hudson just got to really make a play. I don't really fault Hudson too much because Hudson did get hit. And actually, he got held before that, so it should have been a pass interference for one. And then two, he did get hit as he was trying to catch the ball. But again, those are plays. Well, that's when we talk about that. Receivers got to make plays for their quarterback. Because it was another play early in the game too. Trying to think, who was it? Was it the tight end? I think it was the tight end. The ball went right over the tight end's head, and as it was going out of bounds, and like CJ. Like, yeah, it was high. It was thrown high, but it was thrown high for a reason. It was thrown high so it wouldn't be intercepted. Because if you threw it lower, an easier catch for the receiver to make, it's a chance that that ball's now in play, and the defender can make a play on the ball or bat it down. So you try to eliminate that. So I'm gonna put the ball in a place where it can't either my receiver can catch it or nobody can catch it. And when you do stuff like that, when you put the ball in play like that, you put the ball up and out of play, really, because you put the ball out of play. When you put the ball out of play like that, that's why you need receivers to step up and you need playmakers. That's what a playmaker really is. Like we be talking about playmakers of guys like who can run real fast. Playmakers is the guys who the quarterback puts the football really out of the field of play, but it's enough. It's slightly enough in the field of play for a playmaking receiver to make a play on the ball because the quarterback is putting it out of reach on purpose. So a defender can't put his hands on the ball, and you need your receiver and sometimes to make a play. Like I need my receiver sometimes to help me look good because I can put the ball right there perfectly on you. The problem with me doing it is it'll be a dangerous throw because if any slight duration or anything like that, the defender can make a play on the ball. It's either interception or a batted ball, tip ball. Some weird, funky things can happen because I'm putting the ball in the field of play. Let me take it out of the field of play, but I put it slightly in the area enough for my receiver to make a play. I just need you to help me out. That's what Hopkins used to do. I need you to help me out. That's what Andre used to do. I need you to help me out. And Nico, for the most part, was doing that today. Like the play when Nico ran across the field, Nico made a play. Nico made a play for his receiver. And and Nico Collins, I apologize, bro. Nico Collins, I apologize. We at the end of the season. I apologize to Nico Collins and all Nico Collins fans because earlier this year I was calling him Sharman, talking about he was too big to play that soft. I apologize, Nico Collins and all the Nico Collins fans. I apologize. I completely do. I still don't feel like that he's a bona fide number one receiver, but he is a playmaker. I'll give him that. He is a playmaker. And I want him to be a little bit more reliable. That's the only reason why I can't put him as a number one receiver because he's not reliable. Now, again, 195 yards. He came into this game already with over 100 yards, over 1,100 yards. I think he's going to end the season off with 1,300 yards. C.J. Stroud, 264. That makes him the third quarterback as the Houston Texans. Now Matt Schaub and Deshaun Watson to throw for 4,000 yards in the season, and now he also has the fifth, if I'm not mistaken, fifth highest season. He has the fifth highest season as a Houston Texan. Most passing yards this season, he's fifth. He's the fifth highest. He has the fifth highest season for the most passing yards in the season for Houston Texans. He's doing this as a rookie, y'all. As a rookie. 2 touchdowns. So we had 21 coming to this. We got 23 touchdowns. So I forgot what I think the record's like 30. But again, he missed 2 games. Like again, if he would have played that first Titans game and also would have played, if he would have played that first Titans game and also would have played the game against Cleveland, I think he would have got 5 touchdowns. In a combination of those 2 games, he would have got 5 touchdowns. He would have got 3-2. Like he would have got 3-2. And again, remember last week because the Titans tapped out and gave out. That's the only reason why he only threw 1 touchdown last week because the Titans tapped out in the middle of that game. Titans don't tap out in the middle of that game. We not talking about we talking about a guy with over 25 touchdowns as a rookie. And hey, shout out to Sarah once again for Super Chat Love. See you later, Spitz and the crew. Pray for Darren Davis and Trillett. And shout out to Sarah for Super Chat Love. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that, man. But hey, I said more people to jump in here, make sure that like button. Now, hey, it is celebratory. Like I said, we either gonna be drinking sorrows or we gonna be celebrating. Man, I should have got my black and mild, you know what I'm saying? We be on the miles and them yaks hard, you know what I'm saying? Like my boy Shannon said, we be on the miles. Man, bro, man, y'all really don't understand, bro. Y'all really don't understand how live that was. Y'all really don't, man. Like It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But the Houston Texans did exactly what they need to do, and 10 wins with 10-7 on the season. Again, who knows if CJ doesn't miss time. Even though I know we were 1-1 in the 2 games he missed. Who knows if he doesn't miss time, we possibly win that game. But like I said, the Houston Texans they just play wild or play well, and like I know a lot of people was on that. Well, I don't really care as long as the Texans, the Texans put themselves in the position, the Texans put themselves, they're doing good, and hey, we put ourselves in this position, and the Houston Texans, hey, I wasn't expecting playoffs anyway. I wasn't thinking of talking about playoffs no way, so I wasn't even expecting that. So hey, it's a good season. Nah, and I said I will be highly disappointed. I'll be pissed. It wouldn't be. Oh shucks, we didn't make the playoffs. Oh rats, we didn't make the playoffs. I wasn't gonna be there. I was gonna be genuinely upset if the Houston Texans would have missed the playoffs. The only way that I wouldn't have been tripping is if CJ would have never played. Like I say for instance, like if CJ would have never came back, like if CJ would have never came back and CJ would have missed the rest of the season from that concussion, then I wouldn't have tripped. Like we ain't got CJ, okay, it is what it is. Maybe we had CJ, we'd be in a different position. That's the only way. Other than that, I was going to be upset. And we played exactly how we were supposed to play. Again, I would have liked them to be a little bit less close, but the fact of it is the fact that I would like for it to be a little less close, but the simple fact that it was close and the Houston Texans was able to pull it out shows you exactly what it was. Like the simple fact that the Houston Texans were able to pull it out showed you exactly what it was. That's really the strong point about it. Really, honestly, that's really the thing. Like Houston Texans after that showed you exactly what they were capable of. They showed you capable in that type of situation, in an actual playoff situation. So I got no doubt against Cleveland, against Kansas City, against Miami. At Baltimore, I ain't got no doubt. Buffalo, because of the weather situation. The weather situation is the only thing because Buffalo will be the coldest game that you will play if you had to go up to Buffalo. Again, Buffalo had to come to Houston. It's different, but going up to Buffalo with not having receivers outside of Nico Collins that can get consistent separation on a consistent basis, because you don't have without Nico Collins and Tank Dell, you really don't got guys who can really get separation. And again, Nico for a lot of times sometimes don't get separation because a lot of times Nico be breaking tackle. Like Nico be running people over. Like I love the fact that we use Nico in screens. I love them Nico Collins screen plays because he's always getting yards. He's always getting yards from the screen plays. He's always running dudes over. Nico Collins is always running people over and always playing extremely well in those screen plays. Always extremely well. I love to see those screen plays from Nico Collins. So I know we didn't have Robert Woods and we didn't have Noah Brown, which is also concerning. The same thing with Jonathan Gennard. Like if those guys was not able to go in today's game, I don't know how much they're gonna be able to go in the postseason. Honestly, hopefully it's enough, especially with Jonathan Gennard, because Jonathan Gennard's missed with the last 3 weeks. Because when did Jonathan Gennard leave? He got hurt on the Christmas Eve game. So he missed last week and he missed this week. So hopefully that Jonathan Gennard is a little bit more healthy and Jonathan Gennard is a guy who could possibly come back a little bit sooner. But like when it comes to Robert Woods and Noah Brown, bro, y'all couldn't give it a go? Because this is win or go home. That's what I was saying last night about Bobby Slowick. Like, you got to be in your bag, bro. You completely got to be in your bag because tonight is win or go home. Ain't no excuses. Ain't no tomorrow. Like what Dave Ortiz said, only tomorrow is if you win. Because after tomorrow, ain't no tomorrow. Only tomorrow is if you win. Like that's what Dave Ortiz said. After tomorrow, there is no tomorrow. Only tomorrow is if you win. So you had to win. You had to put yourself in that situation. If you didn't put yourself in that situation, wasn't gonna be no tomorrow. Wasn't gonna be no winning. So you had to put yourself in that position, bro. You had to. And again, you had to put everything on the table. And CJ came out there. I ain't gonna lie. When Tommy missed the extra point, I had flashbacks of Georgia. I was thinking, this is the same channel where CJ put it all on the line against Georgia, and his kicker failed him in that game. I don't want that type of flashback. You kind of tell how CJ was looking, and CJ kind of had that same type of feeling, and CJ had that same type of. I hope this ain't a Georgia type game because CJ gave you everything. We ain't never seen CJ outside that Jags game. We ain't seen CJ run this much. CJ was running the flea flicker. CJ running. CJ jumping back. Ain't nobody open. Forget it. I'm gonna get the first down. And then he wasn't even sliding. CJ was diving. CJ was diving to get that first down. CJ was diving to get that first down, bro. Like what CJ was not. CJ was giving everything he had, bro. CJ was giving everything he had. CJ was giving everything he had, bro. Everything he had. He was laying it all out on the line. Cause like I say, bro, he him. If there's any doubt about it, he's proved it. He ain't had to prove it to me because I knew. I already knew that he was a franchise quarterback. I already knew he was a franchise quarterback, bro. I already knew he was a franchise quarterback. And he shows you right here. He showed that every time he's given the opportunity, he shows you every single time. Never gives it up. Never gives it up. When we talking about 23 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions on the season. As a rookie, this rookie that threw for over 4,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions of a whole season. Let that sink in, bro. And start from day one. Start from day one. Start from day one. Start from day one. He threw 4,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Team is 10-4. 10-7, going to the playoffs. And I feel like Jacksonville gonna lose to Tennessee. I feel like the Texans are gonna win the AFC South, and if they do, it'd be crazy because the Texans have never, and that was just continue the trend of the Texans never being a wild card team. They've only been in as division champions. And again, hey, I ain't gonna lie, if we win the division, I'm gonna give me a division shirt. I don't care what none of y'all talking about. I mean, we been there, done that. We won divisions so many times. We won division. This is different. This is shades of that first time winning the division. This is shades of 2011. Like I'm as enthused as 2011. 2012 I thought it was a good team, but I was upset because how we got into the playoffs because we should have had the number 1 seed in 2012. 15 was Brian Hoyer. I didn't really think that we were gonna do too much in the playoffs, but I'm happy that we made the playoffs. 2016 Brock Osweiler, same thing. 2018. I was excited about making the playoffs, but you've seen the shades of what was going on. You see the shades of what was going on. Like, we went 9-0, but like that team had a stream of lot of flaws to that team. And then the 2019, you felt good because you win the Arrowhead that year and you beat the Chiefs. But you also got blown out to the Ravens, and you also got blown out to Denver. Even Denver wasn't a good team at home. So you kind of you felt like you should be better. You felt like you should have been better. Like the 2011, I'm pretty sure the 2011 team had bad moments in that season too. Yeah, you did. I mean, we lost. We won the division, then we lost 3 straight games. We ended up losing to the Panthers, the Colts, and the Titans. Even though the Titans game we had played backups in, so it really didn't matter. But like the Panthers and the Colts game, both of those games was poor, especially the Panthers game against Cam Newton his rookie year. That was a poor performance. But I say that to say this though. Like this is like the reason why I say that is that you felt enthused going into that game legitimately that you could make some noise. And I feel like this now. I feel like legitimately that this team go in there and really make some noise. So I feel like this team can really do some real damage. And like I say, it has that feeling of that 2011 team. You just feel that type of way. And again, man, like DeMeco Ryans, former Houston Texan, drafted by Houston Texans, defensive rookie of the year. His first time being the head coach at home His wife is from Houston. And he took a team that in 3 years has won 11 games in 3 years. 3 year span, they've won 11 games total. You won 10 your first year. What a rookie QB. With another guy, defensive rookie. And again, Will Anderson played good today. He had nothing spectacular, so I don't know if Will Anderson really done a lot to win rookie year. CJ won rookie year before today's game, but for people who got questions, he won the first play of the game. He won the first play of the game. Drop back, like I said, drop back. 75-yard touchdown. And got hit in the gut. We still been talking about, oh, he dropped it down. We were talking about the pocket. He stood up in the pocket, took the hit in the ribs. Delivered a dart. Nico, touchdown. Game. This is what we doing today. This is what we doing today. This is what we doing today, and this is how we come into play. This is what we doing today, and this is how we come into play. Believe it. Believe it. This is what we doing today, and this is how we come into play. This is what we doing, bro. This is what we doing. Man, bro, D'Amico Ryans, like I said, you start your career already. You started your career already with 10 wins, bro. 10 wins, bro. Like I can see you and CJ being one of those coach and quarterback situations this uphill, like 100-win type situations. Like you can see it. You could definitely see it. You could definitely see 100-win type situations between D'Amico Ryans and CJ Stroud. You could definitely see it. You could definitely see that type of coach and quarterback combination. Now, I know technically, I guess CJ has 9 wins because he missed a game. He missed one of the wins, so CJ's 9-6. CJ's 9-6, and D'Amico's 10-7. But from a record standpoint, but just remember, this team was picking second in the draft. And we beat, and the crazy thing, we beat Indy both times at the end of the season. Like we beat in both in dramatical fashion. Like last year was what you call it, dancing around, scoring a touchdown, and then getting a 2-point conversion to beat the Colts. This time was both teams are actually playing for the playoffs. Both teams are playing for the playoffs, and like I know, like I said, the NFL is probably kicking themselves, and like. Man, mostly I think probably Jeff Bezos like, damn, I should have never opened up my mouth and made the whole thing about about teams not having primetime games and stuff like that, because the Texans have been doing primetime games. Everybody would have got Thursday night game. I would have been had Texans on my product. I would have been had them on there. Like I say, before tonight's game, CJ's already on the Houston Texans. 3 primetime games. We're going to see him on Sunday night. We're going to see him on Monday night. We're going to see him on Thursday night next year. So don't worry. Houston Texans are going to see that. Also, now that you've been on primetime and you played well on primetime, you had an exciting game on primetime. It wasn't a blowout. It wasn't a bad game. It was an exciting, compelling game. Offense, your quarterback came and stepped up and did exactly what you wanted to do. Everything came out. You're going to get multiple primetime games. You're going to get more than 4. I mean, I think the Texans going to end up with 5 primetime games. I think they're going to get 2 Sundays, 2 Mondays, and a Thursday. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't really see teams getting more than 1 Thursday night game. They're going to get 2 Sundays, 2 Mondays, and a Thursday night game in next year's season. We're going to see them on the primetime stage multiple times. Like from a schedule standpoint now, who knows what happens throughout the year. If anything gets flexed or anything like that, but we're gonna see like they know they have a star on their hand in CJ. They know that they have a star on their hand. We already knew it, but they know that they have a star on their hand in CJ Stroud, and they're going to constantly find a way to promote him. They definitely are. They definitely are. Again, like I said, I'm me personally. Like I said, I know some of y'all. I read the comments, and some of y'all say y'all want Kansas City. Some of y'all say y'all want Kansas City, and that's fine. I want the home game. It ain't got nothing to do with the opponent. I just want the game at home. I just want the host the game at home. That's what I want. I want the game to be playing NRG, a controlled climate, That's what I want. I want the game to sit there and be at home. So again, whoever wins the AFC South is going to host Cleveland. So you already know it's going to be the Cleveland Browns because they're the fifth seed. And then also that also helps you throughout. That also helps you throughout the playoffs anyway because if you win division, the chances are, depending on what happens in the other games around you, you can host games. Again, if the Texans are the fourth seed, if the Houston Texans are the fourth seed, and the Texans beat Cleveland, so we're going to assume the Texans beat Cleveland, and I know Pittsburgh won, so Pittsburgh's going to be in the playoffs. Okay, more than likely, the winner of the Dolphins, the winner of the Dolphins game, the winner of the Dolphins and the Bills game, they're going to win their division. So I would want Miami to win that game, and Buffalo be the seventh seed. The reason why I would want Buffalo to be the seventh seed is because the lower seed faces the number one. The lower seed faces the higher seed. So say Pittsburgh beat Kansas City. I don't think they will, but just say Pittsburgh beat Kansas City. Say that the Bills beat the Dolphins. The Bills the seventh seed. The Bills will go on to face the Ravens, and then the Texans will host Pittsburgh in the divisional round. And if the Texans beat Pittsburgh and the Bills beat the Ravens, the Texans will host the AFC Championship game. Change it around. Texans beat Cleveland. Chiefs beat Pittsburgh, but the 7th seed Bills still beat the Dolphins. You gotta go to Kansas City in the second round, divisional round, and the Bills go to Baltimore. If you beat Kansas City and the Bills beat Baltimore, AFC Championship game is in Houston. So all the keys to that is the Texans being a 4 seed to help control that narrative. So I want to keep the control of possibly hosting as many playoff games as I possibly can. I want to keep that. I want to keep and control that. That's what I want. I want to keep and I want to control that. So I need the Houston Texans to constantly have control of the division and constantly have control of hosting a playoff game. That's what I want. So that's why I want the Browns. That's why I want the Jags to lose. I want the Jags to lose. I don't want Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars in the playoffs. I don't want. I know. Hey, it's a tough division. We want that. I don't care about the division being tough. It's bad enough that we up here right now battling on the last day of the game, last day of the year, last schedule to win to get to the playoffs and win division. It's bad enough that we already in that standpoint. I don't care about the division being tough. I don't care about people perceiving this to be the toughest division in football. Will it ever get anybody? I mean, Tom Brady, for the longest, played one of the weakest divisions in the AFC East and made plenty of Super Bowls. Ain't nobody talk about how the weakest division was. Ain't nobody talk about that. Ain't nobody say that. You don't get an extra trophy because your division is tougher. Like you don't get an extra trophy because you know what? We will see regular people get this silver trophy, but no, we're gonna get you this platinum trophy right here. We're gonna get you this diamond trophy because your division was tougher. You don't get no extra trophy for that. You don't get a specialty trophy for that. You can say a trophy that you would get if you had the worst division. Like, what was it, 2009? When the Arizona Cardinals made the playoffs at 9-7, and went all the way to the Super Bowl and lost the Super Bowl. Like, no one cared that they was 9-7. Nobody cared that they was 9-7. They was the Super Bowl. Nothing that you could tell me. I don't care what their record was. I don't care how bad the division was. I think they won the division at 9-7 at that. Nobody cared about that. Nobody cared about that. But like I said, bro, I think the Texans have a strong shot to make a lot of noise in the playoffs. But I see y'all here, what y'all here arguing about? Oh, you're talking about the Texans not having a running game? I mean, yeah, the Texans don't have a running game. That's definitely something that we're going to fix. I would have went out there and got a Dalvin Cook. I don't know exactly what really happened, but I definitely would go at that Dalvin Cook. Did Nico performance tonight change your thought on him not being a number one receiver? Oh, did change my thought of him not being a number one receiver. He made a lot of number one receiving plays. He did. He made a lot. He made a lot of plays to put him in that number one receiver category. And again, for the Houston Texans, he definitely is a number one receiver. He's not what I consider a true number one receiver because he doesn't do it on a consistent basis. He's not consistent enough for me to be a number one receiver, and I still feel like the Texans should draft a receiver. But the way he plays, is not as a deep of need as it once was. And I can see the Texans taking somebody like A.D. Mitchell or Xavier Worthy. And I think if you do that, if you take Xavier Mitchell or A.D. Worthy or probably like Xavier Legend, those guys are not going to be brought in to be your number one receivers. Those guys are probably going to be brought in to be your number three receiver. And then you talk about Nico being your number two. Because I still think when Tank Dell is above Nico Collins in the pecking order. When Tank Dell's on the field, Tank Dell is CJ's number one receiver when Tank is on the field. When Tank is on the field, Tank is the guy who CJ is looking at more because I think, but Tank was right there with Nico Collins as far as yards when he got hurt. And again, Tank when Tank get hurt, Tank got hurt in that He got hurt in the first quarter of the Broncos game, so he missed all. So he missed all the Jets game, all the Titans game, all the Browns game, all the Titans game, and tonight. And then he got hurt in the first quarter of that Broncos game. So I'll say 5.5 games. Plus he also missed time earlier this season with concussion, but 5.5 games. I think he had 700 yards. I definitely think that he would have had 1,000 yards in those 5.5 games. He would have gained enough. He would have gained. I think in those 6 games, I think he would have got a combination of 400 yards. He would got himself into the 1,000-yard marker. And I also think that probably Nico, because Nico almost had 200 yards in that game against the Broncos when he got hurt, and then had 95 yards. So I think that Nico doesn't have those additional yards. And I know Nico also missed time against. He got hurt in the Jets game, and then also missed the Titans game. So that does also factor into it. So basically, he just made up for the games that he missed. Plus, he missed time earlier in the season as well. That's another thing too that you got to think about. Nico has yet to play a full season. Nico's played in the NFL for 3 years and yet to play a full season. I still think the Texans still need to get another receiver because, again, like I said earlier, without Nico Collins or Tank Dell, the guys don't have anybody who can consistently get separation because both Mechie and Xavier Hutchinson have showed you today primarily that you kind of need them. Like I say, CJ had 264. 195 of that came from Nico. He had 20 completions. 9 of that went to Nico. So you take away Nico Collins in this game, CJ has less than 100 yards. CJ's looking at what? 70, 75, almost 80 yards. So we just round up to 80. We're looking at 11 completions for 80 yards. And I'm not saying that it's Nico and not CJ. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is outside Nico, he was throwing to Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz made some plays. Beckham made some plays. But Mechie and Hutchinson wasn't doing anything, so you definitely need to get another receiver to add to this mix. You definitely need to get another receiver to add to this mix. But I say all that to also say this as well, even though you definitely need another receiver to add to this mix, that Nico has stepped up and Nico has shown himself very valuable. Nico's earned himself some money. Nico's definitely earned himself some money because he was drafted in 2021, so 2021, 2022, 2023. Yeah, so he still got 1 more year left on his contract. Nico's definitely earned himself some money. he's definitely put himself in a situation. He's earned himself some money. He definitely has. So he's put himself in a situation where he's earned a lot of money and learned a lot of income, and he's played well this season. Like I said, 1,300 yards. Uh, I'm thinking about 8 touchdowns. I'm not looking exactly at his numbers. I don't know if he had 100 catches or not. And again, he's a guy who's missed some time. I'm gonna say he missed time in that Jets. I'm gonna say the Jets game, the Titans game. I know he missed some time early in the season. I think the Saints game, uh, or something like that. It was another game he missed. Tampa game. It was a game that he missed. I don't remember exactly what it, but it was another game this season that he did miss. So he's missed some time in the season a couple times, but he has improved himself a lot. He definitely has. He definitely improved himself a lot, and he might be more of a number one receiver than I was giving him credit for. I still think that they can add another guy. I still think if they draft if they was able to get Keon Coleman or they was able to get Rome out of Washington, those guys would be the number one receiver. And then after that, I think it's more so Tank there. So I don't think he's the number one receiver because at the very least, I think he's behind Tank when Tank comes back. And it is what it is. But hey, man, bro. I love to see it. I love to see. I see more people jump in. Make sure they like button now. Yeah, I see more people jump in. Make sure they like button. But hey, man. Bro, I can boy. Now we watching tomorrow to see exactly what's the basketball. I mean basketball. We watching tomorrow to see exactly what the what we doing, who we playing against, where we going, or who coming to us. Like that's what we doing tomorrow. Like that's what we that's what all tomorrow is. Tomorrow is all about where we going, or who coming up. Like that's what tomorrow is. Hey, I'm glad. Like I'm glad that we got our game out the way. You know what I'm saying? We ain't waking up we not waking up tomorrow. My heart was pounding, bro. Who you telling? I was on the flow, bro. I was on the flow. And when Cuz dropped that pass, because I was sitting there looking. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I was sitting thinking like, damn, D'Amico. Hey, shout out that boy. Hey, shout out that boy Rue. Big Nico. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. If anybody got something to say, let me know. Let me know. That's my dog. That's my dog. If anybody got something to say, you let me know. That's my dog. Yeah. Shout out to that boy Big Nico. That's my dog. Yeah, but shout out to that boy Roof for Super Chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Hey, man, y'all boys out here crumping Super Chat love. Definitely appreciate all that. But yeah, hey, like I said, when I was sitting there thinking, right before that last little play, like damn, when they right after they got after 2-minute warning, like damn, Nico, you want to call a timeout? We got 3 timeouts left. I mean, you might want to call a timeout. Keep some time left on the clock for CJ to get what you call field goal range because the one good thing about if they did score a touchdown, that all we need is a field goal to win. Like we don't need a field goal at a time. We don't have to have a touchdown. Like we can kick a field goal and win it. So we don't have to get all the way in field goal range. So that type of situation. But that's what we was sitting up here looking at. And I'm like, okay, cool. All right, cool. All right. But he wasn't calling timeout, though. I'm like, okay. So, I mean, I'm sitting thinking, like, okay, cool. Either we stop him here, or at the very least, we got all 3 timeouts. But what's all 3 timeouts if you only got like 10 seconds left? Like, what's the point of having all 3 timeouts if you ain't got no time left? So, like I said, so I mean, he did the right thing. And like I said, when Cuz had dropped that pass, like. Cause I seen it open up as soon. Cause I knew like when they took out Jonathan Taylor, I said, okay, they gonna throw the football here. They gonna throw the football. And so then when Cuz I seen it open up and when he came out the flat, I'm like, he's open. He open. And then as the ball left, I'm like, I don't know if he gonna catch it. As soon as it like bobbled, I said, yes. And I just knew, okay, it's a wrap. I said, cause all Texans gonna do is run out the clock. they get first down, it's completely over. We could take a knee, but they only got 2 timeouts, and you run the clock, and again when you got the third down, you had to. So I still thought about okay, you could try to throw the football and try to get the first down and end it, but you don't want nothing crazy to happen. Run the clock out, cause run the clock out, and you're gonna waste 40 seconds before you call a timeout, and then you get your punt, and then like really they don't have any time left in this wrap. It's game over. Game over. Flip, 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 flip. Game over. Flip, flip. Hey, hey, they, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, like last week when they had when they had the H-Town Legends playing, when they had, you know what I'm saying, Flip and Mike Jones and Kiki and Zero performing, they really performed the perfect songs for the Texans. Like flip game over. That's how we were. Flip, 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 game over. And same thing with C.J. Stroud, because a lot of people did not want C.J. Stroud. A lot of people did not want C.J. Stroud. But back then they did want me. Now I'm hot. They all know me. Back then they did want me. Now a lot of people, a lot of people didn't want to Will Anderson, because I know, hey, it's a couple of clowns on Twitter. Either y'all know who I'm talking about, or I'm talking to you. But there's a couple of clowns out there on Twitter that's out here still mad about the Will Anderson trade. When dude out here looking at being possibly defensive rookie of the year. And y'all still crying about the trade. Bro, we won the draft round 1. And then we double back on it. We double back on it when we drafted Tank. That was the steal of the draft. And you see the fruits of the labor. What's getting done right now? So I don't care anybody got any complaints about the draft. And that's another thing too. Like, and again, I knew that the boy Caesar gonna go out there and ball. Because they want to take Ricky away from him. They also didn't give him to be the Pro Bowl. Now, one Pro Bowl that we did have, Mr. Larry Tunsil. They had mentioned too, Larry Tunsil, 4-time Pro Bowl, all 4 Pro Bowls with these Texans. Even though the Texans had traded for Larry Tunsil, and he's had his best career, his best season of his career as a Houston Texan. We gonna talk about Larry Tunsil and all these false starts, because we're gonna talk about this dude and all these false starts, because he had some horrific false starts tonight. He had some absolutely horrific false starts tonight. Hey, shout out Lizard Man. Wait, wow. I'm out, bro. I'm out. Shout out Lizard Man. Just the name Lizard Man. And 69. Shout out Lizard Man 69. Dog, I met you at HEB, but Rookie of the Year. Dog, I met you at HEB, but Offensive Rookie Year. Wait. Offensive Rookie Year and Defensive Rookie Year. Let's go. The future is bright. Hey. Oh, we go. Hey, like I say, shout out Lizard Man, Lizard Man, 69. Hey, shout out Lizard Man 69 for that super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that, bro. Definitely appreciate that, bro. Shout out Lizard Man 69 for super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. You see, you met me at HEB. Man. Well, I met so many people at HEB. I'm trying to remember meeting you at HEB, my boy. But hey, I'm glad you tuned in. You see, you made me HB. Glad you tuned in, my boy. Hey, and just the name itself. But yeah, you're right. Offensive Rookie Year and Defensive Rookie Year. Like, hey, Offensive Rookie Year and Defensive Rookie Year. That is, yeah. Like, I mean, I really don't know if Willie Anderson's going to be Defensive Rookie Year. I think Offensive Rookie Year was done at the very least by that Tampa Bay game. I think the Tampa Bay game still did, because that's when you put that's when you put that's when you had put CJ legitimately in the MVP conversation. That's when you get put him legitimately in the MVP conversation. So when you do something like that, when you put somebody legitimately in the MVP conversation, I feel like a rookie of the year should be like non-existent. I think that should be, you know what I'm saying? I think that should just be whatever rookie it is. Like that should be already done a wrap and already done. It's a wrap. Should be. So the fact that that it was a question didn't make any sense. Now about Will Anderson, I don't know if Will Anderson is going to be. I don't know. I don't know if Will Anderson is going with defensive rookie. I hope so. I hope so. The hope that we had that type of feature that we have two rookie of the year, especially with our head coach being a former rookie of the year himself. I think Nick Casario has put himself in a position to be executive of the year. I feel like that. What's his name? Bobby Slowick should put himself in the conversation to be assistant coach of the year. Like, we should get a lot of accolades, but the problem is, like I said last night, we have a lot of people that vote. I feel like they shouldn't have votes. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people shouldn't have votes. But hey, man, we are $9.02 away for 200. We are $9.02 away from 200. Texas got into the playoffs, man. Go ahead. Somebody, anybody. 9 of y'all can send in $1, and I'll get it done. But we are $9.02 away from 200 on the super chat. That's a lot. That's a lot. That is extremely a lot. $9.02. So if some of y'all don't mind, like I say, you ain't gotta send in the whole $9, the whole 10. You ain't gotta do all that. You can send $1, $2, $3. It don't matter. But you know what I'm saying? We are $9 away. $9.02 away from $200 on Super Chat. So if anybody appreciates sending that love, I definitely appreciate that. You don't have to do it, but I just appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? If you do it, appreciate everybody hitting the like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Appreciate everybody coming through it. Man, appreciate all that. But again, I just noticed that. I just looked up and seen them like woes. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot. So hey, if y'all don't mind, if y'all do kind, don't mind, that is beautiful right there. Boy, I tell you. But like I was saying though, man, like this is a complete turnaround. And again, this don't seem like no fool's gold. This don't seem like no trickery, no smoke and mirrors and things like that. This feels like it's legitimately, and this also feels like it's something that's going to last. It's going to be something that lasts, and something that we're building, that's been built, that we have built, that's something that's being built, and I feel like it's something that's going to continue. I really do. Like I feel like it's something that's continuing, it's something that's building, and hey, I feel like the Houston Texans definitely have put themselves in a position to make a lot of way, to make a lot of noise, to make a lot of leeway, and I feel like they're gonna do something this year. Like I really do. I feel like they're gonna do something constantly, consistently, not just right now. Texans. Hey, I mean, like I said, bro, like they like, hey, what's up, Chris? What's up, kinfolk? You're right. I mean, people gonna hate. They already hating. They've been hating. Like they ain't nothing new. Like they already been hating. They gonna keep on hating. Like let them hate. We gonna give them something to hate. You know how you used to get a whooping and you start crying and your mama say, "Shut up! If I get something to cry about." Let's give them something to hate. Let's give them something to hate. They want to hate. Let's give it to them. Let's give them something to hate. We gonna give them something to hate. They want to hate. Let's give them something to hate. Let's give them something to hate. Let's give them something to hate. Hey, shout out to Lizard Man one more time for the Super Chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Shout out to that boy Lizard Man for the Super Chat love. Yo, fuck the Browns for real. Yo, fuck the Browns for real. Already, hey, shout out to that boy Lizard Man for Super Chat love. Now we are $4.02. $4.02 away from 200. Come on now. Y'all can do it. Y'all really can do it. Y'all can do it. I know y'all. I got faith in y'all. Y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. We can do it. Y'all can do it. Cause now I'm up here. I'm sitting up here with that Nico. I got the Nico. I got the Nico on. The 195. Got the Nico on. Come on, y'all. Somebody got 5 on it. On 4 and Kinky. I got 5 on it. That's it with it. You know me. I got 5 on it. So y'all go ahead. Somebody go ahead. Sitting at 5. I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Five more dollars. My last $5. I'm saying that's all y'all gotta do. But seriously though, like hey, like this is like I said, this like I just keep going back. I really was at a loss for words in tonight's game. Like I really was, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie in front and act like I wasn't. I definitely at one point in time was definitely scared. Definitely was nervous. Definitely nervous. But I think when they got the 2-point conversion, when they scored the touchdown, when Jonathan Taylor had broke that 49-yard run for a touchdown, and then they went and got that easy 2-point conversion, I was like, damn. But then we came back, drove down, and then we got the field goal. I'm like, all right, cool. We got the field goal. We should be good. And then even when they got that second field goal, I really wasn't tripping. And then I said, then the Texans and CJ had the best drive of the season, like the best drive of the season. Was that last offensive drive that they had when CJ went 7-7, and it was just a masterpiece of a drive. It was just a masterpiece of a drive. It was a grown man drive. It was just a masterpiece of a drive. And CJ and the thing is, I knew we was gonna score. What first down was it? It wasn't after that Nico first down. I forgot. It was a certain first down. Like I said, I mean, we gonna put some points on the board. And then when Nico had caught that pass in the red zone, I knew we was walking away with a touchdown. I didn't know who was gonna score. I didn't know it was gonna be a run, a throw, or whatever. But I knew we was gonna walk away with a touchdown. I knew we was gonna score a touchdown in that instance. I knew that we was gonna score a touchdown in that instance. That's when I knew we were gonna score a touchdown in that instance. But then when Kami missed that field goal, when Kami missed that extra point, I was like, well, at least it ain't gonna be a tie. That was the only thing. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that was a fear of mine coming to the end. Like, what if this game was a tie? Like, what if this game happens to be a tie? Like if this game happens to be a tie, like what happens what happens if the game ends up being a tie? Like that should just be so, because the last year in the tie, like last year, like it would be just the reverse. A team wins on the road, and then the other team ties. So, but the thing is, the last 4 games of the Colts against the Colts have really been something. You had last year, the season opened last year, that ended in a tie. The Texans were up 20-3 going into the fourth quarter, and game ended up ending in a tie. Then the game last year, they ended up leading us to having the second pick in the draft at Indianapolis. And then the season opener this year, the home opener, even though it started off bad, but CJ and the offense really came back and rallied back towards the end of the game and made a legitimate game. And then this game right here. So the last 4 games against the Colts have been definitely some decent games. The only one that really wasn't a nail biter was the home opener this year. Because you got one game in overtime. Last year it came on the last play of the game, and then this one came damn near on the last drive of the game. So there's been some really good games against the Texans and the Colts. And I said that last night. They're like the Jags. We don't see the Jags as a rival. Like from a fan base, fan to fan, the Texans and the Texans and Titans are the rivals. Like they really are. From fan to fan, the Texans and the Titans are rivals. But on the play on the field, the two teams that actually have the most competitive and both have been good around the same times and really be competing against each other is the Texans and the Colts. It really is. And again, the Colts have always really been a thorn on our side, mostly because they had Peyton Manning while we were still trying to figure some things out. But now, like since the Texans started to figure some things out and really put themselves in that standpoint of being a team, the Texans winning inside in Lucas Oil has not been a thing. Like the Texans' very first time ever winning in Indianapolis was in 2015 when Brian Hoyer got hurt and Brandon Wheaton came in and won the game. That was the first time they won. Then we won the following year, 2016, with Brock Osweiler. Now, the Colts beat us in 2017, the last game of the season. Then 18, we went inside Indianapolis and beat the Colts. That's what sparked the 9-game winning streak in 2018. 2019 they beat us. 2020 they beat us. 2021 they beat us. Cause remember, like 2020 that was the game that they beat us, but that's when what you call it, fumble, like Kiki QT fumble on the 1 yard line. Kiki QT was going in for the game winning touchdown and fumbled it in 2020. 2021 they just beat us. They just Jonathan Taylor just went out there and beat us. Last year in 2022, last game of the season, we won, and then we won tonight. So since we got our first win in 2015 at Indianapolis, we've only lost 2017, 2019, 2020, and 2021. We've only lost 4 times since 2016. 2015. We won 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, and now 2023. So we're 5-4 in the last 9 years. 5-4 in the last 9 years. Do I think it's going to be the Chiefs or the Browns first? Like I said, so this is exactly what happens. If the Jags lose tomorrow, Texans are hosting the Cleveland Browns. Now they will make out the playoff schedule. We don't know when. Because this playoff game. There's 2 games on Saturday. There's 3 games on Sunday, and then there's a Monday night game next Monday for playoff games. I'm not gonna lie. More than likely, if the Texans host a playoff game, like if the Texans win the division, they're probably gonna put the Texan game either Sunday or Monday because NRG, the national championship, is played at NRG, and they're gonna probably want to give it. Give it a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Try to give it enough time to get ready, especially for a playoff game, not just a regular game, to get the field stuff ready for a playoff game and stuff like that. You know, to make sure everything's tip top condition. So, yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if they'll give the Texans Browns that Monday game, and then give the Texans Browns that Monday night game. Because like I said, it's 3 games. It's a game on the game next Saturday. The 2 games on Saturday. One is a NBC game, and then the night game is a Peacock game. Then the game on Sundays is like CBS, Fox. You know, CBS game gonna be an AFC, Fox game gonna be an NFC, and then there's an NBC game that night, and then there's a Monday night game on Monday. Like that's how the playoff networks are going to be played next week. But like I said, if the Jags lose tomorrow, the Texans will be going to Cleveland. I mean, the Texans will be hosting Cleveland. Texans will host Cleveland if the Jags lose. Or tie. The Jags lose or tie, the Texans will be hosting Cleveland. If the Jags win, it depends. If the Jags win, it depends on what Miami does. Because if Miami wins, the Texans are the 6th seed. They go to Kansas City. If the Bills win, the Texans are the 7th seed and go to Buffalo. If Miami and the Bills tie, the Texans are the 7th seed and they go to Miami because Miami wins the division if they tie. If Miami the Bills tie, Miami wins the division, and the Texans go to Miami. If the Bills win, and the Bills win, the Texans go to Buffalo. If the Dolphins win, the Texans go to Kansas City, and that's all if Jacksonville. So the most important game for the Texans right now is Jacksonville. If Jacksonville wins or loses, if Jacksonville loses, we staying home in Houston. We the 4th seed. We staying at home. If the Jags win, then we're gonna be watching the Bills. The Bills Dolphins game, which is tomorrow night, which is the Sunday night game. We'll be watching that game because Bills win, we at Buffalo. Miami win, we at Kansas City. They tie, we at Miami. So our opponents can either be be the 4th seed hosting Cleveland, the 6th seed at Kansas City, or the 7th seed at Buffalo or at Miami. The most unlikely one is at Miami because it's unlikely for a team to tie. I would say probably the most likely thing is us. I ain't gonna lie to you. The most likely scenario probably is us going to Buffalo. I think Buffalo's going to beat Miami. So the most likely thing is us going to Buffalo. The least likely is us going to Miami. Then you got us hosting Cleveland and us going to Kansas City probably around the same. Probably around the same, honestly. But hey man, like I said, man, hey, shout out to everybody that came through here, man. Definitely appreciate all the love, all the likes, all the love, all the comments, all the super chats. Speaking of that, like I said, man, we are $4.02 away. $4.02 away, man. Somebody hit the super chat, man. Go ahead and do your boy a favor, man. Go ahead and do your boy a favor. We are $4.02 away. So if you don't mind, go ahead, hit that. And if you don't, that's cool. Make sure you hit that like button though. Because again, this is very big for the algorithm. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm thinking about I might do something tomorrow. Especially because of that Bills game. I might do something tomorrow because of that Bills game. I might do something tomorrow. So because that Bills and Dolphins game. So who knows? Might live watch it. Especially if it's a point, if it's a reason to watch it. like if Jacksonville loses, then we already know we hosting the game. But if wins, then we gonna be watching that game. So if that game is important, if we gotta watch that game, then we might watch that game. So we'll see exactly what happened. It might be a game that we decide to end up watching. We'll see exactly. Again, hopefully it's not. Hopefully Jacksonville loses to the Titans and we host in Cleveland and we AFC South champs again, Brian. AFC South champions, Brian. AFC South champions, Brian. So hopefully that's what we're talking about tomorrow. But hey man, appreciate everybody who came through here. Definitely appreciate that. Thank you for hitting that like button. If you hit that like button, thank you. If you ain't hit the like button, hit the like button now. Come on now, hit the like button. Appreciate everybody came through here. Everybody hit the super chat. Love, definitely appreciate all that. Hey man, hey, hey, we is here and we ain't going nowhere. Like we here and we ain't going nowhere, man. Like I said, man, appreciate everybody that came through here. Everybody hit that like button. Appreciate that. Everybody hit that super chat. Love, man. Definitely appreciate that as well. Hey, the Texans are going to the playoffs. C.J. Stroud, Rookie of the Year, and we're going to the playoffs. D'Amico Ryans might even be Coach of the Year, and we're going to the playoffs. Man, what? And they tried to talk down. They really tried to talk down. They really tried to talk down, y'all. They really tried to talk down. They really did. They tried it. They definitely tried it, man. Hey, so make sure you hit the like button if you hit the like button already. Hey, we still on the race to get the 6,000 subscribers. You know what that means? Tell a friend, tell another friend, so they can tell some friends, so they can tell some more friends, so they can tell some friends, and put them on game with the channel, man. We trying to get the channel growing and growing and growing and growing. Hey, so you know, I'm gonna do a whole breakdown. I'm doing a whole breakdown of the playoffs on Wednesday. I'm doing a complete NFL breakdown. I ain't just talking about the Houston Texans and the AFC. We're doing a whole entire breakdown, a complete breakdown of the playoffs and exactly who going where, how it's stacking up, who gonna be going where if this team wins, this team, exactly all the different type of combinations, the different areas, and what could be happening. I'm gonna talk about it all. I'm gonna talk about it all, and you already know I'm gonna do the Friday night preview. I'm gonna do the Friday night preview before. And then we're gonna do it immediately after the game. No matter if we playing Saturday, no matter if we playing Sunday, no matter if we playing Monday, whenever we playing, I'm gonna do the automatic breakdown immediately after the game. So make sure y'all tune in. Are we going on? Or is that the wrap of the season? We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. I'm thinking about. I ain't gonna lie to you though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna fake it. I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about doing a playoff stream every day for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like how's the playoff games on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I'm thinking about doing playoff streams on all 3 days. For sure, you already know the Texans was gonna be immediately after the Texan game. I'm thinking about doing something similar. That y'all let me know if y'all be feeling it. Y'all feeling the I'm thinking about doing something like that. Doing a playoff stream after every playoff, not after every playoff game, but after every playoff day. So playoff games on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I'm thinking about doing something like that, kind of like how I did the playoff stream for the national championship. For the what you call it? But I did a live watch because I want to watch Rome and what you call it. So I'm thinking about doing something like this. So y'all comment, y'all let me know if y'all feeling that. If y'all be feeling that. And I say, hey man, shout out to my boy Honcho and everybody out there in Soft Sports. Man, shout out to the whole round table. Make sure y'all tune in because I think he actually about to go. I think he should be going live. I know he went live before the game. What kind of scared us because he went live before the game. But man, shout out to him and everybody out there in the round table. Hey. But like I said, your boy is gonna be going live on Wednesday and on Friday. Cause we're gonna break down the playoffs, we're gonna break down, preview the game, and then we're gonna talk about the games after the games over the weekend. You already know what we're gonna do. You already know how it's gonna go down. So make sure y'all be tuned in. Make sure y'all be tuned in. Like I said, man, appreciate everybody who came through here. Everybody hit the super chat love. Everybody hit that like button. Hit that like button. If you ain't hit it already, make sure you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody comment, everybody came through and fall through. I definitely appreciate all that. Hey, we in the playoffs. We in the playoffs, baby. What? We in the playoffs, baby. Already.